I'm excited about this commission. It's been great to be given free rein to try something completely new. It will have an impact on my practice in general. Who knows where all of this will lead me next. My name is Charmaine Watkiss and I'm an artist. My practice is drawing. I am looking at the botanical legacy of the Caribbean and tracing knowledge about herbs and healing back to their source in Africa. I have been invited to respond to items in the World Cultures Gallery at RAMM. I'm interested in looking at talismanic objects. Many of those objects contain plant material.
So the item that Charmaine has chosen is associated with royalty. The mask would have been made by a carver for the Nkanga, and what you have on that mask are three particular colours, red, white and black, which are symbolically important for the Congo culture at the time. That's where we understand from the 19th century perspectives, through Dennett's eyes, we have this information about the nkisi. So we know that essentially nkisi are not items that were worshipped, which is what people believed at the time, but actually these are tools. But a lot of the ones that we have here in Exeter were actually used for healing.
I'm interested in the transformative qualities that masks have. Within that, I want to make an object which speaks about the diaspora experience, those of us whose ancestors were forcibly taken from the African continent, the traditions that crossed the transatlantic, but also speaks something to the healing properties of plants and the knowledge that's contained. So I want my item to kind of speak to that. The inspiration for the helmet mask came about after I saw RAMM's collection. I like the idea of constructing an object that's completely immersed in this mask. Part of the mask construction is this boat. So I carved this boat. I'm embellishing it with brass, and I see those as materials of the transatlantic. It will sit on top of this helmet mask. I'm also making a drawing. There are two figures. One is actually wearing this mask. The other is a figure with her head turning in motion. So it looks like she's got a double face. I'm speaking to the properties of the mask. The wearer of the mask is communing with another world. The person next to the mask wearer is actually enacting that. It's almost like she's in an altered state of consciousness. And both are wearing swimming costumes. Their dresses are sheer. On the clothing themselves are different herbs which are used for healing and protection. So again, it's speaking about these sacred rites that have survived the transatlantic crossing. And seated between the two women is an object from RAMM's collection, this nkisi object, which is on the ground, and they're both connected to this object with this string, kind of continuous loop between the two sitters, between the sitters and the object, and there's this interesting three-way dialogue that's happening. I'm excited about telling a narrative in this way. I like the fact that I'm continuing drawing and there's a dialogue now between my drawing and the object I'm making, which actually appears in a drawing. I'm known for my plant warrior women, which are ongoing series of women who embody different plant species, and they speak about the histories of those plants and their medicinal properties. The drawing that I'm making here is like a continuation of that. It has more of a kind of a spiritual element to it, which I'm excited about. I think I would like to continue down that path. In a way, I'm hoping that they'll be fooled by my African mask and they may think it's from the continent, even though it'll be different, but there's a relationship with what I'm making and a couple of the masks in that cabinet anyway.
One of the many things I do as curator is engage with different communities. And in those communities, you'll find artists. And artists have a lot of things to say, and they bring a lot of relevance to the subject. They're not just bringing their own personal perspective, which they do. All of these voices have value, and if you have a look around certain parts of the gallery here, you will find artist voices.
So it'll be interesting to see what the viewers get from looking at the mask. But then when they walk further along in the gallery and see the drawing, they should then make the connection. It's not from the continent, there's something else going on. And I'm hoping that they'll walk back and forth between the drawing and the mask. I mean, that would be great if they did that. That would be really great.